So, how rigorous was your schedule?
It's been a few years since I've been in college, but for the most part, it was there was this 20-hour rule that they have for athletes where you can only be involved with athletics for 20 hours, but typically that you go over that because there's training table requirements where you have to eat 3 meals a day at the training table. You have a workout somewhere between, you either work out twice to 4 times a week depending on what position you were or how old you were. Those would lasted about somewhere between an hour to 2 hours. There were quote-unquote optional film sessions that you could attend for extra work or extra time to get to know your opponent better, and that was just highly encouraged. And then practice time, usually meetings would start at 2, and you're walking out of the facility by 6:30, 7 o'clock. They also required study table. If you were a freshman, you were required to put in 10 hours of study table, and then after your freshman year, it depended on what your GPA and your grades were. If your grades were good, you didn't have to go to study table anymore. If your grades were not where they needed to be, then you were assigned tutors and extra work. So busy schedule, but you still had plenty of time to be a student, be a kid, and have some fun.
Yeah.
Final match.
And was it ever hard to juggle sports and academics?
No, they made it fairly easy to schedule everything.
And were you allowed to join any other activities, like outside of wrestling? Or was it?
Didn't have the time.
Didn't have the time? Very interesting.